to record. Hello, everybody, and welcome into the program. Today is our day that we meet with our CEO, General Manager Britt for our monthly update on what's going on here at Fayetteville Public Utilities. We appreciate you taking time to come over and talk to us. One thing we want to start off with right off the bat, it's extremely hot outside, and I know we're working with the customers and with our employees trying to keep them safe as well.
That's correct, Don. Right now we're experiencing some abnormally heated days, and the heat index, goes anywhere from 105 to 110 degrees, and it makes it rough on everybody.
When it's hot like that, we know that we have had situations to where they've used the word that kind of some people get upset about, but curtailment. We're not in that now, but let's talk a little bit about when that happens. It happens also in the wintertime as well.
Oh, that's right. Well, when your demand starts going up, they just try to make preparations in case if we had to do any type of curtailment. It's just volunteer most of the time, and we always try to follow what TVA asks us to do. So if we ask for volunteer curtailment, it's not saying that that's what you got to do. It's just asking to help in case something happens.
Yeah, sometimes we look at things and maybe we're a little wasteful with electricity, and so when we're curtailing, we're trying to get everybody just to kind of watch for those things and just cut back a little bit so everybody will have their fair share of electricity.
That's right.
All right. Now let's talk about something else that we want to hear it from the man at the top. When we talk to people about fuel cost adjustment, some people get a little bit upset and they really don't understand it. So let's talk about what it is right off the bat. First of all, what is the fuel cost adjustment that we see on our bill?
The fuel cost adjustment is a pass-through from TVA, and it's for coal, it's for natural gas, it's in case you had to buy power off the grid, those kinds of things that they need to provide energy.
Some people will see me out working, our crews working or whatever in the company vehicles or whatever, doing what we do to take care of people, and they think it has to do with the gasoline in the vehicles.
It has nothing to do with the gasoline in the vehicles or the diesel fuel in the vehicles. Like I said, it's just a pass-through from TVA that they had to have to be able to provide energy.
And the more energy you use, the higher that bill is going to be. Plus, it fluctuates from TVA. And let's talk about what TVA says the fuel cost adjustment's going for. It's for the fuel they make to make electricity. I'm not really sure.
That is correct, for how you generate electricity. And, the biggest change right now is the way everything's going on globally. They use natural gas, and if you watch the news, you can see what the natural gas prices are doing and what's being used. If you're talking about Ukraine, Russia over there, and, it's made a difference on us here.
There's a lot of world activities that affects everything from the groceries to the gasoline that we put in the vehicles, plus the same situation with electricity.
That is correct. And every one of the distributors that TVA serves has a fuel cost adjustment. It's just that, if somebody tells you that they don't have a fuel cost adjustment and they're served by TVA, they must have it in their regular bill, because we break it out on our bills just to let the customer know what the fuel cost adjustment is, because we figured at some point in time that it would get not this bad, but, it's the highest it's been ever since TVA's put it into effect. In August, it's going up some more.
Yeah, one thing that you're talking about we're recording this live late July. We still have a whole lot of hot temperatures left. When football season starts, which is not that far away, football players are pretty hot out there, so we got a lot of hot temperatures left.
That is correct. We're just now getting in deep in the summer.
That's
and
true.
There's a lot of days left for it, and with TVA of everything they're trying to produce as far as power, it's not that it's we got a big demand right now on the system, but that doesn't mean that TVA is not going to be able to supply the energy. They are able to supply the energy, but everybody gets confused by, in your utility bill when you say the surrounding counties don't have a fuel cost adjustment, but you look on their web pages and call them and ask them, but they all have fuel cost adjustments.
That's right. Well, one thing about the grid, you deal with TVA on a regular basis, and they can continually to improve the grid, and the grid is very healthy as far as we know, right?
That is correct.
Yeah. All right. One thing that we talk about here is Energy Right. For energy tips, you can go there. That'll help you cut back on your cost, and it'll also help you save energy. And also, you can schedule a virtual home energy evaluation by calling here at 433-1522. So we have a lot of programs to help people, a lot of things on our website, and a lot of ways you can save your energy bill for sure.
Right, and when you hear also the conversations about, well, I hadn't changed my thermostat, I haven't dropped it any, I haven't raised it any, and those kinds of things. But if you get your thermostat set on 75 degrees and it's 85 degrees outside, your unit's not going to run as long. But you can leave it set on 75 degrees, and if the temperature gets up about 97, 98 degrees, or your heat index gets up to 105 to 107 degrees, that unit's going to run longer.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you got it on the same setting, based on the weather outside, it's going to run longer the hotter it is, to try to keep that temperature where it needs to be if you got that thermostat set. And it's just not that simple because you got it set on 75 at 80 degrees. Doesn't mean it's not going to run longer when the heat index is 105 degrees.
We see people all the time mention the fact that they hadn't touched their thermostat all month, and their utility bill goes up. We see that so much, and even if you don't touch it, it's still based on the outside temperature.
That is correct. It's making up the difference of where you got that thermostat set to what you are outside, and it's going to run longer.
Absolutely. Well, we are here to help in so many ways to help you. Also, you can come by here and we can talk to you. You can watch your energy use by going to Smart Hub. That's something I do, and I can tell when we're washing clothes or when we're doing different things. You can definitely see a change in the up and down on the Smart Hub. You can go to the daily usage there and see that fluctuation. It's really, really good thing. And one thing that we have too, Britt, we will have the LIHEAP program through South Central Human Resource Agency. LIHEAP is, let me read that exactly what it stands for. It's for Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. That's something that we've been working with Sarah Brown and her crew out there at South Central for a while.
That's great. If you need assistance or help from that standpoint, call Miss Brown up and they'll work something out with you, I'm sure.
And also they have the Low Income Water Assistance Program, and the South Central Human Resource number is 433-7182. And you also can call here. We give you some more information and give you the details as well. Any of our customer service folks can help you with that. And while you're calling in, anytime you call in, Britt, we want people to give us updated information on how to get in touch with you, and there's a lot of reasons for that.
Well, it would help during any tight weather conditions. When we have storms, we can't return a call back if we don't have the right information or the correct information, because times has changed where everybody just about uses a cell phone now, and people buy the disposable cell phones. You get, and it's only good for so many days, throw it away, got a different number.
Yeah.
But if we could get the updated information on the customers, we can communicate with you better during extreme conditions.
You must also explain why we have a red flag policy and why I can't come in here and check on your bill.
Well, our red flag policy does not allow you to come in, and if your name's not on the account, we can't talk to you about that account. Your name needs to be on the account. Whether it be your parents or your spouse or your children, we can't do that. We're not allowed to do that. So
if I want to be on my mother's electric bill, she would need to come in here and get my name on there so I can take care of it. Is that correct?
That is correct. If you want to discuss your mom's bill, your dad's bill, or something, especially the elders, we have a lot of different names on the accounts that has taken care of a lot of that. It's not nowhere near like what it used to be able to talk to a customer or a family member about the account that they need help or they're sick or something like that. But it's working out good, but it's just not that simple of us going out and getting information on any account that we don't have permission to do so. And, because we can get in trouble for doing that, and we're not going to do that. Well,
the bottom line is it protects the customer, and that's what we're going to do.
Protects the customer, and right now, with all the scams going on,
yeah,
We have a lot of cybersecurity, attacks and those kinds of things, but you can't take a chance because once it's compromised, it's compromised.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. Well, we want to let everybody know that we have many ways to pay in person. You can come by here and by mail, by drive-through, night drop. That's available 24 hours a day. Our website and, of course, a Smart Hub. Plus, we have the Secure Pay, and that number is 1-844-201-7200. Well, Britt, school starts back actually next week, right?
On Monday, I believe.
Yeah, and so there's some things you have to do that I heard you talk to Ron about. One thing we have to do is get those school zone lights going again. Most people don't realize that's something we'll be involved in.
They'll be turned on Thursday this week to be sure everything's working like they're supposed to on Friday. And that way, if we got any adjustments we need to make, we'll make them on Friday to be sure they're ready to go by Monday. But, it's school starting back. I mean, it's really quick.
Oh, yeah, and the kids are going to have homework, and it's a good time to check and make sure, see if you're available for our high-speed internet.
Yeah, we're trying to get more internet out there in the rural communities, and we'll just see how that goes later on.
One thing I know you're proud of, something you started, I think, around 2010, our Student Utility Board starts next, I think on August the 11th, and both of the young ladies we have in here working in our department came from the Student Utility Board. We also have some full-time employees at work that came from Student Utility Board, and I know it's got to make you proud.
Yeah, we put that in place to gain some younger folks to come to work, and so it's really worked out good for us, and we will continue that. If we have an opportunity to employ, one of those that's off the board to do this kind of work, that's what we'll look at doing.
And each those students who will start on the 11th come from Fayetteville City School, Lincoln County High School, and from RCA. So we're looking forward to meeting them, and they learn all about what we do. Each day they go through electric day, water day, sewer day. I mean, they really take on a lot, and hopefully they're going to be ambassadors for us after me and you are gone,
Absolutely, and a lot of them, the first comment, is we didn't know y'all did all this.
That's right.
And so they're really surprised at what all we do and the services that we offer, and actually what we volunteer to do for the entire community.
I tell you, I think that's the big one. I think they are amazed what all we do for the community, and we don't really tout all of those things, but we do a lot, and we're getting ready to do a fundraiser. It's not on our list, but we just got a meeting about it for the ribeye sandwich sale, and there's a lot of people look forward to that coming up. So me and you might could sell more tickets than anybody right here.
Yeah, well, you're exactly right. But we enjoy that and raise money and give back to the community and help other choices that need some of that for donating funds. But it's a good blessing. Yeah,
the way we raise we sell the ribeye sandwich tickets, and the proceeds go to local charities, and so that's something that we're proud of. Ladies, what was that date? Y'all remember? September 14th. That's right. So y'all remember that. We'll have tickets for sale before too long, for sure. One thing I want to tell you is August is National Traffic Safety Month, and one thing that we always talk on this program, and every time we're able, is to ask people to please move over. We see a lot of people who are in a hurry, or maybe trying to get somewhere for whatever reason, or maybe using their cell phone and going through some of our zones, and our guys were feet away.
Yeah, well, they do everything they can to be safe, and when you put up road signs and you got flags and cones, but we still asked everybody to slow down and move over. Just respect what the guys are doing out there on the side of the road when they're out there working, and you can't never be safe enough. We try to do a lot of training, to be sure that we set up everything as safe as we can, but we can't do anything with the other ones that's running up and down the road, and just hope you're paying attention. But, we have them where they run over our signs and cones and get really close to our guys out there working on the shoulder of the road for not paying attention, and, we don't need to get somebody hurt.
please be careful going through any of our construction zones, any kind of our school zones next week. Please be careful through that. That's very important. And we're going to do our best to make sure everybody's aware of what we're doing so they'll see us on the side of the road. Got some great new signs and bright and that kind of thing. So anyway, move over. That's what we want to do. And I know we had a safety meeting yesterday. Our guys are doing very dangerous work on the lines, where it be gas or whatever they're working on, and you preach safety every day. All right, so if you have a problem or an outage, we're here 24 hours a day, Britt. We got our dispatchers here, 433-1522. If you need anything, pretty much, we have somebody here to take care of you.
Yeah, 24/7. We're ready to respond, and just keep yourselves cool the best you can. And we're trying to take care of our employees that work outside. That's in this extreme heat. You can't go like you normally would go if it was cooler, but we got to take care of them also.
All right. Well, we ask everybody to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, and we appreciate you taking the time. Anything else before we go?
Just be careful and watch the heat, because it's supposed to be hot the rest of this week. Maybe we'll get a little bit of rain, and just be careful.
We definitely need some rain for sure. All right. Our CEO, General Manager Britt Dye, has been our guest today for our monthly update here at Fayetteville Public Utilities. So we'll see you back in here next month for another edition of the FPU Update.